What's up, guys? Hello, this is Soham here, and today we are going to start a brand new journey of WWE in India. I am from West Bengal, and I hope you would like my videos in the upcoming sessions. And we are going to review every show, we are going to talk about some insiders, some storyline developments, all about TKO and WWE stuff. You know, it's heated up right now, though it has not been at its best, but we are still enjoying because we just love WWE here in India. So today's video is on the review of the Monday Night Raw that had a massive return, huge storyline developments, and WWE pushed several rivalries towards the clash in Italy coming up at 31st of May in Italy for the first time. So let's start the show review by starting with the OTC, the head of the table, Roman Reigns. We knew that he's gonna be in a very bad mood after last week's attack from Jacob Fatu. So it was kicked off with the serious tension around Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu, and when Reigns came out, he wanted to call Jacob Fatu, but Adam Pearce, the general manager, he told Roman that he would fix it. But when Roman told he was going to call out Jacob Fatu right now in the ring, Jacob Fatu's music hit. This is storyline development. Like, he's building it. WWE is building him as a big talent that can step up to Roman Reigns, that has no fear, can do anything. हिंदी में बोले तो एकदम पागलपंती कर रहा है रोमन रेंस के लिए अभी. Then we saw that Jacob Fatu coming to the ring. Then Jimmy and Jey also interrupted. Then things escalated fast and a fight broke out. And initially the upper hand went to Jacob Fatu because he locked in that Tongan grip. But then it was the OTC's music which hit, and the crowd was electrifying tonight. And he entered the brawl. And Roman Reigns, the Usos, eventually stood tall after attacking Fatu. Multiple Superman punches, spear, super kicks, and at last Jacob Fatu was just able to talk to the mic and say that he wanted a tribal combat. We wanted this match. This is OG level storytelling. This is a good story to start with the reign of the tribal chief again, to make that Monday Night Raw the bloodline cinema. So we officially have the match, that is a tribal combat. Winner gets the acknowledgement from the loser. It will happen at Clash in Italy. Roman Reigns said he accepts. So this isn't a normal match anymore. This has become family business. And then we had a segment with the Women's Tag Team Championship. Brie Bella and Paige defended the titles against Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. It was a good match, and at last there was interference from Liv Morgan, and initially she was able to interfere and help Roxanne, but at last it was the reigning champions who defeated, and WWE is putting focus on the legends mixing with the current stars. But I think they need to put up some stories, some storylines, some stories, and they're just coming, fighting, and just normal matches. This is not gonna work for a long time, and it is not working at all. Nobody's talking about Paige after the massive return at WrestleMania. So we move forward to the main event. I'll go to the main event because rest stuffs like El Grande Americano was there. Just building up things with the original El Grande Americano, that is Chad Gable, just building up for the Triple M Mask vs Mask match. Also, I would talk about the Judgment Day match, the street fight. It's a good street fight, JD McDonough versus Finn Balor, but I wouldn't say that they are focusing very well on the Judgment Day storyline, because it had potential, because it was a long-term waiting for the turn of Finn Balor on Dominic Mysterio, but they couldn't cash in. Then I would talk about finally the main event. It is not the main event of our video, but the main event of the show, because we have some big things to talk about at last. So it was Seth Rollins where his storyline continued. He challenged any member of the Vision. Paul Heyman said it's not going to be Braun Breaker tonight. It was going to be Austin Theory. So Rollins versus Theory was the main event. Theory is just gone. It's an over case for WWE. He cannot hand. He is not getting any push. The initial push was thrown to him when he came as a masked man and all, but storyline development was just rubbish, stupid. But today, Rollins just beat him with a pedigree, not even a stop. Austin Theory was defeated, but then there was an attack from Austin Theory, Logan Paul to Rollins. Then Montez Ford didn't come, only Angelo Dawkins came after the backstage statement from Dawkins that he's gonna be there but not Ford. So Dawkins came, saved Seth Rollins, but initially only because it was again 2-on-1. And after that, Montez Ford finally came to save his friend and not Seth Rollins. This is the story they're building up. And then they took the upper hand, but the dog, the I would say the current rising star that WWE is really focusing on, that is Braun Breaker, came. The superb spears, that is top-notch spear that he hit today on Monday Night Raw to close the show. He also hit a spear to Seth Rollins, just dominating. I hope they're gonna have a good match at Clash in Italy if it is getting official, and maybe it's gonna take the storyline to SummerSlam. Maybe have a good stipulation match. It's awesome. Just need to put some, that tatka on this storyline, that we get invested more, we get to talk about it more. And so now we are going to go to the next segment, I would say, but the biggest segment we didn't expect it. Nobody expected, no insider reports. There are various insiders who are telling everything nowadays from like 1 week ago, maybe the day before. But this one was unexpected. It was in the middle of the show. It didn't open the show nor it closed the show, but it was like unexpected. Obafemi, as you know, he was coming for the open challenge, but during his entrance, when the lights went off, when he posed with that iconic pose of him, then suddenly we saw someone from the dark coming out, a beast, the conqueror, the Brock Lesnar thing happened today. The ruler thing happened today. That is just awesome booking from WWE, and what a surprise. He destroyed Obafemi. Fans thought Brock might be done after WrestleMania, but he came back. We were talking about it. There was instant impact on the roster list, but this is awesome. And I would just say that business has just picked up. Brock Lesnar is back, and absolute destruction has followed this. And after this destruction, his emotions, the storytelling, that reaction, that expression of both Brock Lesnar, Obafemi, selling that F5s, 4 F5s to be in particular, this was awesome segment. Surprised, the fans were gone on, like they were electrifying there. They got mad seeing Brock Lesnar back on a random Monday Night Raw. They could have done it in Saturday main event, and they could have done in Clash in Italy, or maybe later build things, but no, they have just pulled the trigger, and Lesnar is back on top and is going for Obafemi. And more bigger thing is that after that, Adam Pearce was in search for Paul Heyman, that he had already filed the retirement sheets for Brock Lesnar as informed by him. But what happened was just not expected at all. But Paul Heyman knew everything. The Kalakar Admi, he knew everything. And now finally the match is set. Lesnar's sign is on the sheet, on the contract in particular, and it got Clash in Italy. It's gonna be Brock Lesnar, Obafemi. They're hyping up as the greatest, the biggest, the historic rematch ever, and it has that potential. It has that storyline. It has everything that it needs. It's bigger than WrestleMania build. So let's see what happens at Clash in Italy. Suddenly Clash in Italy looks awesome. It just looks awesome. We have Jacob Fatu, Roman Reigns for the tribal combat thing. That is big. Good storyline. And now we have a surprising element in the show with Brock Lesnar returning, some tarka, some mixture in the some new things in their storyline, and I think Clash in Italy is gonna be